Good morning. Happy Thursday. I can never sleep before a trial, so I tend to watch a lot of YouTube videos laying in bed. And I've been avoiding a lot of the auditor videos because I just find them to be terribly repetitive and stupid. But Freeman posted a video without commentary. I mean, with as little commentary as Freeman is capable of making, that I thought was interesting. And as usual, the comments were the most interesting part of the video. In the video, a couple young men, presumably black, because they say racism is the motivation for the security guard. They believe that a security guard has been trying to get their license plate number or something after shopping at Nordstrom Rack. Bought thousands of dollars of shoes, apparently. Because why not? You can never have enough shoes. So they're watching and videoing the security guard. And they see the security guard stop ahead of them, and they stop. The security guard walks up to the door and just instantly starts demanding their ID and being belligerent. Security guard is wearing a Marion County, it appears to be a Marion County Sheriff's sweater. Otherwise, there's no indicia that he's in uniform. He doesn't have a firearm on him. He does display a badge quickly, but he doesn't allow it to be examined. It's on his hip. He just throws his hip up and then turns it away so nobody can see what the fuck his badge is. Could be a security guard badge. Could be a sheriff's badge. I don't know. He gets on the radio a couple times. The radio doesn't go to the sheriff's dispatch. The radio goes to his security guard company. And he is in a unmarked car. Further combined with the fact that he would not give his name or badge number. And he stated he was, and I quote, a police officer, not a cop, not a sheriff's deputy, not a peace officer, but a police officer. It really makes me wonder if the guy was in fact a police officer. Now, there are lots of people who like to pretend to be police officers. In fact, since this happened in Indiana, if you Google Indiana and impersonating an officer, you'll get lots of hits. Apparently, one of their state representatives was charged with impersonating a police officer. So it's certainly not uncommon to have it happen. Now, of course, this was a tyrant alert. The only issue is, number one, it was a consensual stop. The young men stopped. They allowed the security guard to approach. They didn't drive away. They didn't ask if they were detained. They made all sorts of nonsensical comments about you can't run our plates without a reason, or you can't pull us over in parking lots or stuff. I mean, just stupid stuff. But it was a consensual encounter. So even if he was a police officer, they fucking stayed there. Now would he get in trouble as a police officer? Probably. I mean, they're required to be civil. You know, they can't just start screaming at people. That's a policy, though, and as you all are well aware, policy is not law. Generally, as a matter of policy, they're required to identify themselves. Again, that would be an issue with HR. He might get a pankin if he is a police officer. Now, a police officer shows up because his security guard company called them. He asked them to call the police. Police officer didn't know this guy from Adam, never saw him before, or so the police officer claims, but police officers can lie. But we know this guy was a police officer, the second one who showed up, the actual marked car, wearing a uniform, carrying a firearm, responding to calls. He was a cop. He had all the indicia. You'd think all these sovereign citizens would be asking for 3 forms of ID. Not that that ever works, because it's, again, not a law. But it's always funny how, when it suits the narrative, they're willing to accept minimal amounts of information to confirm their bias. So anyway, the cop that we actually know was a cop was very polite, very courteous, very professional. The young men liked him. They ended up shaking his hand at the end. It's amazing how the police came and solved that incident, isn't it? Isn't it? I'm sure that's not the story James Freeman wanted to tell, but that's the story. That's the story. Good cop came and saved. Crazy. Anyway, that's really all I got on that. I'm the Pixel 4s came out, and I don't know. I've read a few reviews on them. Haven't really been grabbed by the short and curlies on them, but I'm still thinking about getting a new phone. I just don't know which one to get. And no, it's not going to be an iPhone. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.